Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Intrepid League Tier 1 racing here in Saudi Arabian Jeddah. I will be your host and commentator, Shiesty420. We're here. We've had some wonderful racing so far, but here we have the best of the best here in IRL. So we also do have, if I recall, we have two new World Drivers Champions in this race today. Mr. Zizan of the McLarens won the World Drivers Championship in Tier 3. And and Mr. Franco won the World Drivers Championships for this Tier 2. This Tier 1. So we will wait. Lots of people probably waiting. Don't want to be the first ones to go because that's of that slipstream that you can get around this fast-paced track. So seems to be everybody's playing a game of chicken right now, if you ask me. So as we'll see the Sauber with Aston. Stay on out. We'll stay on board with him. If anybody else decides to come out. As we do see a Haas now too of Zonag coming out. And I heard another car come out. I believe that's the Alpines. And the Red Bull. Mark Lax. We'll stay on with Aston right here as the rest of the field starts coming out to do their out laps. Aston already invalidating his lap. Well, that's wonderful. We'll hop on board with Zonad right now. The Alpine, oh, getting very close there, right behind him. Alpine of Shadowstorm. I don't know what's going on between these two right now. Probably just trying to get slipstream from one another. Let's see, Mark Lax 2. Zizan, let's see who that is. Aston still will get his first lap in as he comes in here into turn 1, very tight around there. Turn 2. Kane as the Aston Martin in the background spins in Sector 1. Wow, we caught that action live. Forstall going for a quick little spin here in Saudi Arabia. As Aston is moving in that Sauber. Now obviously going to be Audi. They've this coming year, but Aston with a decent Sector 1 time. Battery going on in Sector 2. So we'll come up upon the Mercedes of Iceman, one of his drivers. Looks like possibly giving him a slipstream in some shape, way, or form. The 101.1 as a Sector 2 time. As its DRS and battery draining in this back straight. Heads into the final turn. Putting on the battery, whatever's left. Caution in Sector 2. Just looks like the Haas getting out of the way of the McLaren. As he will set the provisional pole at 128.2. Zizan looks to be possibly the next one come in. Maybe Mark. We'll follow up with Zizen right here as... Yes, that was Mark Lax with another best time with a 121. 28-1 as Zizen, the World Drivers Champion in Tier 3, takes provisional pole at a 127.3. Almost a full second behind, full second behind Mark. That is, what a lap by Zizen there. Several cautions around this car getting out of the way as Alex from the reserves takes provisional pole again with a 126.8. Panda coming in with a 127.8. But holy, wow, that Ferrari is rapid there. We'll see Zeno come in. Oh no, he was doing his extra time to do another lap. I believe that was Shadow 2 going in with a 128.1. Maybe you missed that hitch in that beautiful Gulf Williams here in Sector 2. See if this Mercedes. Yes, Iceman finishing up his fast lap. On the battery, DRS wing open as he gets P4 with a 128.85. Jamie sets provisional pole at a 126.2. That Alpine is quick and rapid. Forstall gets him into P4 with a 127.7. See who else will be on the side. B. Dot himself in Sector 3. Caution Sector 3. But flat out DRS. Battery open. Trying to cross that line. Only is able to get a 128.0. His Aston spins or something. I don't know what happened here. He just tried to quickly get out of the way. Shadow here. He invalidated his lap. A few others on lap trying to see if I missed anybody. Look at that. Hitched with a 127.7 for P5. Several others. I'll be on a cooldown lap. Excuse me. At the moment. C4 sold the Aston Martin head to the pits, as well as one of the Mercedes. As Franco moves up to the P2, I believe. His lap. Two others coming back out. Stampso doing his out lap. My boy. My faithful Tier 1 driver. So did settle that time to 129.1. 2. Well, if maybe he's doing another fast lap too, or just doing a cooldown lap. As he will invalidate that lap too. No, I go to the pits. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if something is being planned between Mark and Zizen right now in this race. Oh my God, they're in the race weekend group chat. There's something fishy's going on there. Something fishy's happening there, but that's just me. That's just my 2 cents. Extreme Enigma. Only car that has not set a time right now is on an out lap. Mark with the DRS right behind Zizen, getting a wonderful slipstream. Stands him in the pits. Enigma about to start his flying lap in the Ferrari. Walking the wonderful, beautiful Monza Ferrari. Dude, going in this big tight chicane in Sector 1. Infamous spots. As we'll see. Season already invalidated. On an outlap. Iceman on an outlap. Caution Sector 2. Let's see if I can find Zeeson's. He's invalidated, so he's probably given. He's that little stat, a little. But he does get out of the way for Mark. Mark trying to be rapid. Caution, Sector 1. Looks like a Haas of Zonod might be in some trouble there. As there's a caution 2 in Sector 3. Mark Lax, will he improve his time? Only a little bit to 1:27.8. As Shadow has already invalidated his lap. This is Enigma coming in. Only be able to put a 1:29 flats 06 on the board. Several cautions, probably just cars coming out the way. So with Zeeson doing his outlap. Anybody else ahead of him is on a fast lap. You see his McLaren teammates. B-Dot's on an outlap. Austin's on an outlap. McJammy, he's invalidated. Franco on an outlap. I think Zeeson might be the first one across that would have time to improve. As it seems to me, he bowed out of that lap. Forrestal coming right behind too. Everybody trying to get out of each other's way. Oh, little close there. Seems to be. Forrestal, will he be able to improve his time? Not by much. Only with 2/10. So it does a little wiggle for us in the booth. Hitch. Finishing up his lap in the beautiful Gulf Williams. Will he be able to improve? He does into P6. As we have 5 minutes. 5.5 minutes left for this Ferrari. Alex Gruco puts it into P2 with a 1:26.4. Oh my goodness. These Ferraris. We're picking up something. Let's see this other B-Dot. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. B-Dots. He's down 3/10. Will he be able to improve? He might be able to. As he crosses that line, hugging that inside. Gets above his teammates. He's in with a 1:27.3 into P5. As Panda 2 also on an out. Oh, he's finishing his lap now too. Coming in, puts himself up against into P5 above those McLarens. Iceman coming into the pits. Hitch into the pits. Same with the Aston Martin of Forrestal. Let's see. Alex looks to also be. Goodness gracious, excuse me. Oh So, MJ, good to see you in the chat. Here will B-Dot seems to be on a in lap. Maybe he will go for another lap, as you see a caution in sector 2. Most likely Panda there. And B-Dot will head into the pits. Looks to be Panda had invalidated, so he is looking. So we'll see if he'll head into the pits. And he will. Nope, still warming up his tires, I guess. Nope, heading into the pits. As we'll see the Haas. The Haas of Mars spins out in the final turn in preparation for a lap. Oh no, during his lap. Now he'll be heading into the pits. As we'll be on board with Aston here from the kick shower. As Stamso, my tier 1 driver, going on an outlap 2. Several others do. As it's the last few minutes left in qualifying. Oh, he's on the. Yeah, he'll be on the. Yeah. Seen lots of Aston love in the chat. Everybody coming out of the pits now, trying to get some form of slipstream on these straights. Don't know why, as Aston is on an outlap and he's draining his battery. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a glitch, probably a game bug. As a few cars getting out of the way. Excuse me, oh my goodness. Aston, yeah, it was considered an outlap. I don't know why that time did not count. He tries to get out of the way. The Haas has to take evasive action. I don't know if that was Zonod or I know it was Mar. We'll hop on board with the Ferrari of Enigma, who will be the first one that we will see get a lap in. I wonder if anybody else will have time to make it though too. As we had a caution at sector 3. Looks like everybody might make it except maybe the Williams in front of him. I believe that is. Yeah, Samso. No, Samso already got his lap in, so he'll be the first one to cross. Improvements, I believe. Hosking out of the way. Shadow and Mar both are out of qualifying. Oh yeah, there's Mar. Mar's retired on track. There's his car. Shadow, Aston will be the first one across the line. In P11 right now. Stamso, come on, buddy. Get in there, get in there, get in there, Stamso. Stamso will improve to P11. As we will watch the name across the line. Trying to improve. He will stay P15. The Haas of Zonod will finish in P14. Jamie finishing his time. Takes it on pole, provisional pole at a 1:26.0. We'll see the McLaren. Ziesen will be the first of the McLarens. Will he be able to take pole? He won't. He'll finish in P4. His teammate B-Dot finished P7. Mark will stay in P10. The Aston Martin Forstall is in P5. Franco, P3. As Alex Krugop just heads in. Stamso, I believe that was as he retires. Hitch moves up to P5, I believe. I think that was the slightest movement. So I was trying to watch the movement on the board. But looks like everybody has finished. Looks to me the Alpine of McJammy will be sitting on pole tonight. As here we'll see our starting lineup. We have Jamie P1, Alex Kruger P2, Franco P3, Ziesen P4, Hitch P5, Forrestal P6, Iceman P7, Panda P8, Foot B-Dot P9, Mark P10, Samson P11, Aston P12, Shadow P13, Zona P14, Enigma 15, Mar in 16. As I'll try to quickly get all the drivers. Probably won't be able to get it. Oh, look at that. Think I got it all. Just barely. Close call in there. As lots of chitter chatter going on in the paddock between Stamso and Ziesen. Or Forrestal. Forrestal talking about you might send it in turn 1, so who knows? So who knows what will happen? We shall see here tonight. As we wait for the 5 red lights to come on here in Jeddah, in Saudi Arabia. Probably several drivers looking at their strategies. Might see it's a 25 lap race. Could see a 1-stop. Could see a 2-stop. Highly doubt that'll happen. Maybe guys will go medium hard or hard medium type of strategy here this evening. As we see the 5 red lights come on here in Jeddah. And away we go. It seems to be everybody got away very cleanly. Take a look at the detail. Position changes. Seems to be everyone keep it clean. Q3 wide here with the Mercedes. Little contact between the Racing Bull and the McLaren. As you see several mediums on. A little wide there by the Aston Martin of Forrestal. Going wide is the McLaren of Zizin. Seems to be everybody got away pretty cleanly. See the Williams, the hitch look on the inside of Forrestal. And the Mercedes of Franco, I believe, no, yeah, Franco right behind Alex. Trying to look at that little love tap there by Alex in the Ferrari. Trying to keep a close eye on everything behind us. Oh boy, Mark sitting in P10. Ooh, little action up front. Very close. Well, there's your position changes as Aston takes a spin and will DNF. Just with some contact there between Zono and Enigma Mar and the McLaren football dog. Looks to be a VSC is active on the first lap. 2 as the front view. Front group all. Yeah, virtual safety car because of Aston's. As McJammy leading the pack here. I believe that might be nasty. Burke, welcome to the chat. As Shadow gets a drive-through penalty, and looks like so does BDOT as we go green here. Back to green here again. Look at the Ferrari of Alex looking on the inside of that Alpine. Several people too get nice and comfy cozy. Zizin and Hitch right there too, all right within a few seconds of each other. And the Mercedes of Iceman, Stamso, and Panda. Everybody trying to keep it clean, but trying to keep it tidy. As Jambi taking starting to pull away a little bit. Looks like the Mercedes of Franco trying to look at something on the inside to attack that Ferrari on the gearbox of him. But quickly as DRS is activated too. Penalties. He had 2 drive-throughs. So as the Ferrari of Alex will overtake the Alpine. You see lots of the boys back there. It looks like, the Ferrari brilliant defending McJammy. Big locked up by him there. Look how close they are together, this top group, this big group here. Going to try and see if he can catch as much action as possible of this group, of the main group. I could say it's probably the only group right now. It was VSC is what we had in lap 1, not a full SC. Oh, going wide. Looks to be Zizin. They're at the tail end of sector 1. Caution too as the McLaren of BDOT goes for a little spin. And drops dramatically down Mark, looking on the outside of Shadow. And we'll keep trying to close eye. Beautiful bird's eye shot there of the scene in Jeddah. As we watch this wonderful battle. Oh, keeping it close. There between there's Zizin and Franco. Both at DRS, wonderful DRS train we are seeing here. Here's a little overview of this first group. Taking a look at the Ferrari from the rear. Alex defending the inside. As we'll see someone go into the pits. I believe the Mercedes of Iceman head in. these hits. As we'll see Hitch here in the Williams. Ziesen on the gearbox of Franco, the two driver champions battling it out here in Tier 1 in Saudi Arabia. Taking a lot of curve there. As Zonod getting a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As we keep in touch with this front field, I want to pay attention mainly to this Ziesen and Franco battle. The drivers, the newly announced drivers champions, two in their respective tiers. Franco Tier 1, Ziesen in Tier 3, Tier 2, no, Tier 2. Yes, Tier 2. So Ziesen, this is Ziesen's chance to battle it out against with the reigning champion going into Season 7. And it's keeping it nice and close, this little front group here. This battle with Panda and Stamso. I'm going to bring the tail end of the group. As we'll see Ziesen, we'll get close on this action. Ziesen trying to look at Franco. Williams too. Oh, look at a little bit on the inside there of Hitch. As we'll see Shadow Pit the other second Alpine. The offset TV box view of Ziesen right behind Franco. Boys have been driving, staying with each other. We have 5 laps in there here. As we see Hitch too, also on the gearbox of Ziesen. Forstall comfortably trying to insert himself, as well as this battle between with Panda and Stamso. Mark trying to catch up to the field. As we might just have a big DRS train right now. Maybe we'll see some action here between Forstall and Hitch. We are both Williams drivers rocking that wonderful Gulf livery too. Got to give some Williams glaze. Always, 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 always. You already know. It's like McJamie and Alex, a little bit of a Franco out of the DRS range too of the Alpine. This could be Ziesen's chance. As that wing flap opens, he's gaining very quickly. On, he goes to the outside. So does Hitch too. Going into little lockup by the McLaren. Franco defending, takes the position back. As Ziesen will overtake him too. As we'll watch as Ziesen overtakes the drivers champion of Season 5 in Tier 1 here in lap 6 here in Jeddah. Seems to be a big gap between the two leaders. And this group of 4, this for the final podium spot between Ziesen, Franco, Hitch, and Forstall now. Getting a bit tense. Looks like Hitch there looking a bit on the inside of Forstall. The outside. Decides not to make the move, but keeping it close. This entire group is. I feel like a Yoda type of bullet right there. Take a little bit. Alex looking. Ziesen trying to play some stellar defense right now. Alex trying to look though to the back of the Alpine. A big jammy looking on the outside. Thinks about it going on the inside of the turn. As we'll see Franco trying again. Ziesen looks to be leaving him the space. Franco not being able to make the overtake. As we'll look at Alex here on McJamie. He looks to the inside. Doesn't think he'll take it. As we'll see too. Franco and Ziesen. Ziesen with a little lockup. Franco taking the inside. Oh, little contact between the two. Between the McLaren and the Mercedes. Going side by side. Ziesen overtaking the Mercedes. Oh, contact! They both go off! Both go off as the rear wing. Oh, and they spin! And they spin in the Aston Martin. Oh my goodness! A Forstall! Marked with a 3-second time penalty. Oh my gosh. As we see a VSC. Holy crap. 10-second time penalty to Franco. Oh my gosh. What just happened? The two drivers champions battling out. Just like how Hamilton and Verstappen did in 2021. In Monza. As this virtual safety car will shake up this race. As who maybe will take the gamble of this free pit stop. Surprised they didn't go to a safety car, but oh my goodness. We'll take a look at the time penalties right now. Oh, that's Gap. Excuse me. Mark having a 3-second time penalty. Franco with a 10-second time penalty. Zona with a 3-second time penalty. As maybe they won't. Maybe we won't see other people heading into the pits. We'll see the front leaders though decide to stay out. As Hitch sitting in that. As we go green 2 here in Jeddah after that wild contact between the Mercedes as Mark and Force will head in the pits for damage repairs too. The Haas of Zonad. Force with a 10-second time penalty of speeding into the pit lane as we see a lockup there by Franco. Zonad will go move up into P8. Azizan will DNF in the pits. Oh my goodness. Azizan couldn't hang with the big boys. Oh my goodness. Maybe the damage was just too much for him. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to, Azizan, I don't know what was going on right now. What, oh my word. Solz could be, it won't be, actually it wouldn't be the engine. It would be damaged and that contact would be, maybe, I don't know. My guess would be it's the wing, as both McLarens will DNF. Solz is shaking his head right now in that voice chat, in Race Weekend voice chat. He is, wow. I mean, wow. So who knows what will happen as we look here. Alex looking on the inside of the Alpine, locking up with making the overtake into turn 1 to take the lead for Ferrari. As we see V-Dot. V-Dot's car retiring on track. To Solz begging for Mercedes to DNF it. Little trade-off scene here in the chat. Very interesting call there, Solz. See if there was any tight battles. We'll get rid of the tires now. Just taking a look at interval. Looks to be a little battle here of Enigma, Zonad, and Franco. Here for this battle for P6. Enigma doesn't have to deal with them with their. They have time. They both have time penalties. So you play the long game and just. Yeah, looks like he's going to play the long game. Try not to fight. Just because of, as McJamie overtaken Alex on that lap too. Sorry we missed that. Iceman with the 3-second time penalty for track limits. Alex using his battery at 200 miles per hour. Will he try it? No, he will not. Staying behind the Alpine. As this one looks to be the closest battle right now. Franco and Zono 2. Very close. As Franco will go into the pits. As my two William boys are in the top 5. I'll take that any day. It's a good job, boys. And you're beating the Mercedes. This is a great opening race. Actually, no. Last night would have been my opening race as a TP, but... First race I'm calling, at least as a TP. Now, Williams. My boys are in the top 5. Keep an eye on other battles around track. It's like Zonad and Enigma of the Haas and the Ferrari. Zonad having a time penalty too, so Enigma, again, could be playing the long game. Just try not to fight anything because of the time penalty. Oh, this should be the... I believe that's Speedy, actually. Yeah, it is Speedy. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I called Speedy Mark. Speedy and Mark looks to be dueling presently. Mark on the outside of that turn, making the overtake against the Haas. As Panda decides to go into the pits. Keep a look on tires, as we'll most likely start seeing people coming into the pits too. Enigma heading into the pits. Panda putting on a fresh set of hards. As will Speedy almost did it again. Nope, he will not be able to do it. But the Alpine of Shadow is getting threatened by Panda for P6. A little bit of a lockup. Speedy with the 3-second time penalty. Mark can say ha ha in your face, bozo. Respectfully. As this is a close battle we got here. Panda looking on Shadow. May wait to get him on the DRS zone here. We'll go TV pod. He activates. Got lots and lots of battery and the pressure tires too. Maybe wait to heat up those tires a little bit more. He does know, as we'll see McCanny go into the pits. As Panda looking, will overtake in a beautiful wide shot. Shadow, Panda still defending the inside. Several people hitch pits too. Stamps on my Two Williams boys pit. Hopefully it didn't end up being a double stack. Update, a lot of people now opting to go on the hards. Excuse me. Horse with another 3-second time penalty. Here's a brief look at position changes so far right now in the race as we reach about the halfway point of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Jeddah. Hispanic catching close to Zona 2. Caution sector 1. See maybe the Haas and the Ferrari here along with the Aston Martin keeping it very close. The Ferrari going on Speedy side by side with the overtake. Will the Haas so Speedy? Try, he will not try with the Aston Martin. F4 still looking. Gets that Haas. Panda overtaking Zonon. I need a little wide shot here. As the Aston Martin looking, going side by side, getting the DRS and overtaking. As Forceful overtakes Speedy. As they still go side by side. Forceful having to go wide. Speedy and trying to go for the switchback on the inside. Who will get the DRS? It will be Speedy. As Panda setting the fastest lap. Speedy trying to gain as much time as he could there to get away from Forrestal. They're creating a slipstream as he will decide to go to the pits. Maybe a little bit of action here between Iceman and Stamso. Stamso, play defense, buddy. Defense wins championships. You're doing great, pal. Battle in front of them too between Shadow and Zona. Forrestal with another 3-second time penalty. This one seems to be the closest battle right now. Excuse me. Will Shadow make an overtake here in this DRS zone? He has half the battery. Into the left tap to the wall. His DRS wind will open, looking, saving his battery for the back straights. Ooh, getting a little close there. As tires seem to be very degraded by the Alpine. As we look in, going brilliant defense by Zonod's trying to squeeze in the Alpine as Shadow will take an overtake as they go side by side. Zonod overtaking Shadow, keeping it close. Ooh, almost squeezes him out. But the Alpine and the Haas going side by side, but both of them going into the pits. Dude, keeping it very close there between the Haas and the Alpine. Everybody right now seems to be spread out. Watch the vids. We take a view at Mark, rocking the usual Red Bull livery. This seems to be, according to intervals, this is the closest one, as Enigma trying to... He's within DRS range of Mark. Will he be able to get it? I'll expect half straight. Who knows? Yoda with another 3-second time penalty. Keeping an eye on this battle between Mark and Enigma. The Ferrari and the Red Bull. Will we see a battle like this next season in not just in IRL, but IRL between... Will Ferrari have a good engine this year? Will Max be able to go back to his winning ways? Or maybe it's a Charles Leclerc battle with Max. Or Isaac Hadjar cooking up something. Who knows? Enigma looking very close into that. Into Mark's Red Bull. Trying to look at something. Getting very close. DRS opens as they go side by side as he will make the overtake. Mark maybe trying to look at something here in the chicane. He gains some ground back against the Ferrari. The Ferrari spins, goes wide. Marks takes his opportunity. Hops on the battery. And overtakes the Ferrari. Oh, wow. That's the clear as a vocal opinion, but then again, we all know, everybody knows in chat, George Russell is going to win the World Drivers' Championship in 2026. Yes, the Mercedes engine may have not fired at first, but I don't care. He's going to win. That's just what Mercedes does. We just win. We're just going to win. George is going to win. Pookie's going to win. 100%. Fully and can confidently say. Here with 11 laps to go. Take a look at the Ferrari here of Enigma looking. DRS opens, overtaking Mark in the first DRS zone. Trying to pull away. He has lots and lots of battery. Mark does not. So Enigma has the battery advantage. Mark, even with the DRS, not able to make anything happen. But he will get it again. I see these use his battery, but those mediums are degraded, so he is going into the pits. It's Enigma with an Iceman to Forstall, 3-second time penalty once again. As Forstall will DNF on track, and that will bring out the safety car. Oh, word. This might shake up the race. Let's take a look and see. People do I could. Yeah, he's gonna get a 4-World Driver Champion. Absolutely awesome. I fully believe you. Yes. But this is, we have a safety car. A lot of them are on fresh tires. You could take the gamble. If you have those extra mediums. Maybe try and go to the end. I don't know how tired Doug is or how quick it is, but maybe we could see. Maybe we'll see what will happen. Someone does decide to take the pit. McJammy and Alex go for the fresh mediums. Several others too will go for a fresh set of tires. As McJammy rallies up with the safety car. And Panda going with a new set of hards. Had the harder allocation this weekend. Stamso too going for the hards. Looks like everybody will come out here for fresh tires. To me, except Iceman. He does have, okay, he has very fresh mediums, I'll say too. Only a lap older than everybody else right now. That seems to be everybody except for Mark. Mark will stay out too with his 1 lap old hards, as everybody will be coming in. Speedy decides to stay out, having with the most old tires. Will come out in P10 behind the other Alpine. So there's your tire lineup. Unless something happens. Meowsy. Okay, so it is Meowsy. Okay. Meowsy leading the race right here as we wait for the safety car. Probably be a few more laps so the rest of the grid catches up. As Golden is having the time of his life right now in chat. I don't know what our record viewership is, but I thought I saw it at like 13 at one point, so I was very impressed. But thank you guys for watching. We love it when you guys tune in. Let's see. That is Stamso. So top 5 are up with the safety car, warming up their tires. Waiting for the other latter half of the grid to catch on up. As we'll take a brief look too at penalties. We have 3 seconds for Iceman, 3 seconds for Mark. And then combined 9 seconds total for the Haas team. Speedy with 3 and Zonod with 6. As Speedy is heading into the pits. Speedy? Ah, he's just getting new tires. Okay. That's why he went. That's why he dropped out. Here, does that sound a little better? Maybe across the board, can you hear me a lot better? Does that help? Chat? Yes, no, maybe so. It seems to me lots of the grid seems to have caught up with seems to catch up. Here's a bit of position changes too. Franco suffering the most, but the rest of the grid not so much. As we see position gained all across. My 2 Williams up in the top 5. Just gotta keep this going, boys. Keep her going. Safety car will go in this lap. As we will stay on board with McJammy, taking his sweet time for Meowsy. Waiting for the safety car. Will anybody catch it? as Mialsi will head on out as we go green here in Saudi Arabia. Taking a look at the grid from behind. Mialsi getting away cleanly. Everybody going too wide. Oh, maybe a little love tap there between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. We'll go on board. Here too with the Mercedes and the Ferrari here. Of Franco and Enigma, the two Haas. Oh, as we see a spin of Mark. Mark spins and falls down the grid as the Haas of Zonot has to go wide to let his teammate through. As Mialsi trying to just get as far and as fast as away as he can, so that he can build a lead and get an Alpine victory here in Saudi Arabia. Someone may have to remind me when the last time an Alpine won the race. I do not know. Maybe I wasn't around long enough to know, but trying to keep an eye much across the grids, catch yourselves any lovely action. Across the grid, lovely bird's eye view shot there of the Jeddah track in Saudi Arabia. Lovely street track. Probably lots of kids going over there playing in the carnival. As we see the Mercedes and Enigma battling it out. DRS now enabled. Taking a look at a wide shot. Anything out front? Nope. As we'll see the Mercedes looking on the Ferrari. Franco, the World Drivers Champion, having a very tough race so far. We'll keep it clean with the Ferrari. There's the Haas getting very close back there. Shadow very close on Stamso. Stamso, keep playing defense, buddy. 6. About 30 years. Yeah, checks out. Checks out Golden. As Enigma gets a 3-second time penalty. That affects this little duel. As Speedy, 3 wide. Franco overtake. Enigma, Speedy, going side by side with the World Drivers Champion, overtaking Franco of the Mercedes. Keeping an eye on Enigma and Zonot in the back. Looking from Franco with Speedy in his sights. Looks to Panda 2, seems to be locking in too. Close towards Iceman. Going wide, overtaking the Mercedes, the V-Carb. Will Iceman fight back? Looks like not. Stamso. Come on, locking buddy. Looking again here at this back one. As Mialsi takes over the first. Takes over with the fastest lap. Trying to go back again, side by side between Speedy and Franco. The Ferrari of Enigma overtaking the Haas. Will he do a double overtake? No, he won't. As Speedy and Mark. Dude, must have been a spin by the Ferrari and the Haas. They do a little love tap there, making Enigma spin. Trying to keep a close eye on these close battles here. As Panda having Iceman and Stamso right behind him. He does know they do have time penalties. They have 3 seconds each, so he can keep P4. Barring how quick my boy Stamso and Iceman seem to hear lots of love taps there. Going into the main part of Sector 2. As Panda trying to play defense as best as possible. Williams of Stamso looking closely too. Panda trying to use as much battery as he can to defend off the 2 attackers. Iceman and Stamso still looking on. No action to be found. Shadow and Franco still battling it out. As we'll keep an eye between Panda and Iceman. Iceman going onto the inside, overtaking Panda. As Stamso now getting close to. Come on, my boy. fight I can see so far. Shadow still keeping it up, or Franco staying on the tail end of Shadow, trying to salvage some sort of points for Mercedes before we head to Abu Dhabi next week. Alex and Miausi, though, getting very close, as maybe we'll see some change up in the lead of the race. We'll catch that if that's getting very tight. Right now, this seems to be the tightest battle right here for the battle for P7 and the battle for P4 between these 5 drivers. The Alpine defending against... We'll get rid of the position change. Get you guys some lovely more time in. As it looks very close. Of the Ferrari looking against the Alpine for the lead. Alex will overtake Miausi to take P1 on lap 22. Miausi going for the switchback. Trying to get DRS. Going on the inside. But will not be able to make a move. As we'll see Hitch trying to secure a podium spot for my beloved Williams. Will we see a battle to overtake from Iceman or Stamp? So no, we won't. Against the V-Carb, Franco overtaking Shadow, I believe. That's how that battle was. Miausi trying to get back in this, with 3 laps to go here in Jeddah. Can he give Alpine their victory? Speedy with another 3-second time penalty. Seems to me right now this front battle seems to be the closest one between Miausi having DRS, not using his battery though, trying to go straight up aerodynamics, looks on it, not going to make the move. The love tap by the wall. The Ferrari keeping it very close. Maybe a little love tap. Miausi going on the outside. DRS doesn't make the move. Iceman 3-second time penalty. The Ferrari of Alex going side by side. And Miausi overtakes Alex for the lead. I'm going to drink some water and try to catch this. The Ferrari going on the inside. Overtaken for the lead again. Locking up that front tire. Taking a look. Big Panda trying to do his best to secure a P4 for V-Carb. As Hitch will win. Will it Hitch start? Maybe able to make some noise in this front end battle. I don't know, but looks to me, I got me a guaranteed Williams podium. As we'll keep a close eye on this battle here in the front of them, as Stampso looks very close against Iceman. Come on, my boy. All we need is good points. Hitch starting, looking close, but probably not going to be close enough. Maybe we'll just be able to secure P3 for my beloved Williams. As we'll see the DRS open between Franco as Shadow and Speedy battling out 2 in the rear. Shadow will overtake. Taking a look up ahead at the leaders as we head into this final lap, trying to catch as much action as we can for you here. Shadow trying to defend against Speedy. Speedy looks to the outside, goes wide, and overtakes the Alpine, heading into the final lap here in Jeddah. Will Ferrari be able to win another race this season? I believe in Tier 1. Yes, I believe it. Yes, Ferrari won in Zandvoort, my first race. Yes, I remember that. Or will Miausi be able to try and give a victory to the Alpines, as he does have very low gas, so who knows, will he have the fuel to battle with Alex? Looking very close He is within DRS range. Alex needs to have the defense of a lifetime here. These next two DRS zones if he wants to maintain the lead for Ferrari. Miausi saving his battery. Ooh, the Ferrari losing their rears a little bit there of tire deg. As it looks to be Panda 2 trying to defend the Mercedes of Iceman, but keeping a close eye as they go side by side. Miausi trying to, but cannot make the move. Will he be able to? As we come down the back straight, DRS will open up. Will he be able to make the move? No, he won't. And the Ferrari of Alex will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As you caution in Sector 3, we'll see Panda finish P4, Franco P5, Stamso P6, Iceman P7. And my Williams is on the podium. Thank you, Hitch. Once again, paying a look. Oh, there is. As Shadow Wiggle is weighing through. Gets P8. Enigma P9. Zonod P10. Speedy finishing up the rear. Having wonderful battles across the way. Has a punctured tire. Oh, this, as we'll stay on here with Mark. Wonderful Mark. You had a wonderful race, my friend. Wonderful race. Wonderful race. You battled hard. Finished off strong, my friend. However you so choose. As he does a little rally car racing there at the tail end of the race. But lots and wonderful action here in Tier 1. As you see, the wonderful podium celebration is there. Ferrari with another win here this season here in Tier 1. Oh, my Williams on the podium. Hitch, way to go, buddy. A Williams podium and Alpine there for P2. Wonderful podium celebrations here in Saudi Arabia and Jeddah. Oh, you just love to see it. Love to see everybody out there just celebrating, having a wonderful time. Just like how I did. That was fun. Oh my goodness. What a banger. Bangers I've gotten to call these past few races. As we look to see, here's your final results. Here, Alex P1, Miausi P2, Hitch P3 to finish off your podium. Panda P4, Franco P5, Stamso P6, Iceman P7, Shadow P8, Enigma P9, Zonod P10, Speedy P11, Mark P12, Forrestal P13, Zizen and B-Dot finishing P14, 15, Aston finishing off in P16. I'm not going to be able to get all that, Lewis. I hope you're able to get all of that data. But what a wonderful race and a wonderful season we will be celebrating next week as the IRL Intrepid Racing League takes on Saudi Arabia. Not Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi. We just did Saudi Arabia. We will take on Abu Dhabi next week in all tiers as we will wrap up Season 6 and prepare for Season 7. So I have been your commentator, Wu Shiesty 420. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful Martin Luther King Day tomorrow.